What's up, guys? CryptoSavy here. Welcome to the channel where you subscribe to get daily updates every day on Bitcoin. And we're going to be taking a look at the pump we had yesterday. Is this rally going to continue, or is this the bull trap that I've been talking about? We'll take a look at that. We'll take a look at the targets in this video. I also want to talk about the fear and greed index and look at the last times we were at this level. Definitely stick around. Should be a good video. Also, don't forget we have a free Discord group in the description below the video. Definitely check it out. It's an awesome community, guys, and let's get into it. All right, guys, as always, this is not financial advice, trading advice, nor is it investment advice. There is a disclaimer scrolling down the bottom. Make sure you read it. And I want to remind you guys, we are doing a Kobo Vault Generation 2 hard wallet giveaway. All you have to do to enter to win is make sure you're subscribed to the channel, smash that like button, and leave your comments down below. I stress smash the like button because that helps get the video out there. Since YouTube is not notifying people, the views are getting real low. So definitely take a second out. If you do nothing else, just hit that like button. I really appreciate it, and let's get on with the video. We're going to take a look at the news for the sentiment, just to get a feel for what's going on. Bitcoin rises to 9,500 as 2 trillion Fed stimulus expected. Bitcoin meets baking as U.S. bank regulator permits cryptocurrency custody. That's pretty big news. I know a lot of people are getting really bullish over it, but I think that's going to take time before you actually see any of that go in effect. Banks in U.S. can now offer crypto custody service, same thing. The big pump, ETH and Bitcoin soar. You know, it says they soar, but we know what Bitcoin moves are. They can be much bigger. I don't think this is that huge yet. It could be. Ethereum whales send exchanges 182 million in likely pre-pump positioning. Is gold and silver the next Bitcoin for millennials? Okay, we already read that one. There's also California resident pleads guilty to laundering millions using illegal Bitcoin ATMs, blah, blah, blah. There's always a little bit of negative news, but there's a lot of bullish news in there. That makes me feel like this could be a bull trap, guys. So let's look at the fear and greed index. As of right now, we're at 55. We raised 2 points from yesterday. We are in the greed zone. Now I'm going to look at the 2 dates last time we were here. May 9th, we were at 56. And June 2nd, we were at 56. So right about where we're at now. We're at 55 now. We're going to take a look at... Let's take a look at the... We'll go over to the daily real quick and look at the last time. This is May 9th. You can see what happened here. I'll zoom in. May 9th, we were at 56. You can see what happened. June 2nd, we were at 56 on the fear and greed index. And you can see what happened on this candle. Not saying that's going to happen. This is where we're at right now, this little red candle. Now let's look at the reason I'm still bearish, especially on the medium term. Of course, unless we break the bull trap target that I had that we will be taking a look at. But looking at this, we made higher highs in the monthly in the price action, lower highs in the RSI. That is bearish divergence, guys. Same thing in the weekly, although that could have played out right here. But as you can see, we had lower highs in the RSI, higher highs here. Now let's take a look at what would most likely turn me more on the bullish side and start looking for the higher targets. We do have this target of 16,000 from the break of this falling broadening wedge that we've talked about. And I think we're about to get some serious volatility. If you guys are interested in trading, now's the time to do it. I'm going to leave a Prime XBT tutorial up top. Definitely check it out. If you use my promo code Savy50, you get 50% on top of whatever you deposit as a bonus. Savy25 will get you 25% off your trading fees for a month. Also, the reason I like Prime XBT, it's a great exchange. It's got a great platform. Check it out if you haven't already. It's the only one I use anymore. Just because they're so transparent and fair, and I don't get all the scam wicks. It's just a great exchange all the way around the board, and you can trade Forex, gold, silver, oil, S&P, all that stuff, all within one platform with your Bitcoin. All right, So this long-term trend line here on the weekly, 9,700, a close above 9,700 would turn me bullish, guys. A close of the weekly, so that means Sunday closing above 9,700, I would go into the bear or the bullish mode. As of right now, I'm still in the bearish mode. I have no reason to change anything unless my targets are hit. So looking at the weekly volume, just steady declining. It is Friday. We still have the weekend. Could this turn into a weekly breakout? It's possible. I just don't see it. All right, but remember, guys, this is my opinion, not yours. I'm showing you my opinion. Watch other people. You make up your own mind. But I am showing you both the bearish and the bullish case scenario. So let's get these off here now. And we'll take a look at the daily chart. Then we'll take a look at the RSI. So as you guys know, I've been watching, you can see what happened this last rising channel. We've been watching this rising channel where we broke out here, although we didn't get breakout volume, but the measured move of that is 6,900. Then we have the orange trend line here. The measured move of that is 5,600. And we have the pink line here. The measured move of that is 43 to 4,400. And the yellow line, which we have broken last, gets you down to the $4,000 range. Remember, we do have a CME futures gap down at about 3,500. Not saying it has to close, but be aware that it is down there. Everybody's getting really bullish right now. If we come back up and retest this trend line, we could go as high as the 96.74. But again, we have the 200 EMA down here, and that's still around the 8,700. Let's take a look at the RSI, then we'll move into smaller time frames, and we'll look at my bull trap area and see if that's what's going on. So if you look here, we have a falling wedge that we did break out of. If we take a measured move of that on the RSI, that suggests that the move is not done yet. We could be coming all the way back up to this area. I don't believe that we're going to get up there. We definitely could. This could turn around and continue up from here, but we'll see what happens. I don't know that we'll see a lot of action today. It may start tomorrow, but we will keep an eye on it. I'll try to keep you updated the best I can. As you guys know, I work full-time. But this is my wife's webpage, inkyourimage.com. There's a link below in the description. Definitely check it out. She has a lot of cool crypto stuff on there. She can put anything you want on any of this stuff, any crypto. It doesn't have to be just what you see, any pictures, anything. Just hit her up in the contact, and she will answer any of your questions. All right, another look at the daily in a little different way. So yesterday we were looking at this triangle here, looking at the breakout, the measured move of the breakout there, depending on which point you go from. This one would be $11,200 range. As you guys know, we do have a CME gap up in there. And then if we measured the whole thing from this move over here, the measured, and this is the bullish case, guys, could get us all the way up to that $12,000 range. Is it possible? It is very possible. Do I think it's likely? I do not. But make up your own mind. So let's look at, do we move this line now? Because that was a fake out. You know, it's kind of hard to say right here, but let's say it is. And then let's take a measured move of a breakdown from here. That gets us down to the golden pocket zone, which is at around the 63, between 6150 and 6400 is the golden pocket area. I would expect a bounce there if we made it there. Again, you know, this could be bullish. We could continue up. A lot of people are extremely bullish right now. That just makes me a little more bearish than I actually was. Unless, like I said, we'll go into the 1 hour and I'll show you where I changed my view. But as of right now, this has been good support at the 0.236 from the Fibonacci retracement from the swing low to the swing high here. We did get support on the 0.236. If that breaks, our next support's around the 86 to 8700. And if that breaks, next support is the 0.382 at 7940 area. We also have the 7700 support and resistance line that has been there for years. Then we have, if that does break, the 0.5 is at 7141, which if we do the measured move from this peak up here, and if we broke down in the next couple days, that would get us right to that 0.5 fib, about 7141. So it's still definitely a possibility. As you guys know, I do have a target down here at 5400. That's the 55 EMA on the monthly. And 0.786, if that doesn't hold, is 52.51. And then, of course, we could be looking at closing at CME futures gap. Look on the daily. The volume is still declining, guys. There's been no... We'll see how this volume ends up today, but as of right now, there's no big breakout move on the daily. And if you look at this on the daily at what's going on, these are breakouts, guys. Look at these candles. 7,700 all the way up to 8,900 in one day. That's $1,200. Yesterday, the move was from approximately 91.50 up to 94.30. It is a $300 move, and everybody is just going crazy that it's the bull market has begun and blah blah blah. I don't see it. I mean, I don't see it in the volume. You can see a breakout in the 4-hour volume a little bit, but it's still, look, let me get that out of the way so you can see it, but it's still so tiny. I don't even know if you guys can see it here. It's nothing, guys. And let's take a look at, and again, we'll take a look at my area that I think we have to get above to continue to be bullish on this move. But here's another bullish case to look at. You can see the falling channel here. The measured move of that gets us up to the $10,400 range. And that's just a measured move of this falling channel, putting it up to where we broke out. That's the bullish case. And then, of course, we have the rising channel here, which if we were to fall back down and break the $9,100 range, again, we could be looking at the 8,800 if that doesn't hold. This target also gets us down to about the 7120, which is the 0.5 fib, 7120 to 7140, somewhere in that area, depending on what exchange you're on. So there's a lot of confluence down here. Again, guys, all of this is invalid if we do break. I'll show you right now. Well, first let's look at the RSI. And as you can see in the RSI, we are in this falling channel. We did get resistance at the top. If we do break back above that, again, guys, I get bullish, and I will show you where I do believe that would happen if it was to happen. All right. So this rising channel here is pretty much invalidated. I'm going to leave it there, though, because the bottom line seems to be supporting us now. And as of right now on the hourly, it's about 94.70. A break of that could get us back down to the top of this trend line on the rising channel around 93.50 to, or actually 93.70 to 94. Break of that, then our next stop would be around 92.50 area. A break of that, this red line, we'll take a look at that around 92.09. And as you can see, if you look at that as a falling channel, which we only had one touch on the bottom, so I really don't consider it that. It would be more like maybe a triangle here. And if we took a measured move of that, where does that put us? Right around $10,200 range, which if this was a falling channel, but again, we only had one touchdown there, would be around 10.3. So 10.2 to 10.3 if this is a real breakout. By looking at the RSI, though, it doesn't look too promising. Also, the volume. In the hourly, we had a nice little volume spike, but really, guys, nothing to write home about. It just doesn't look as strong as people are suggesting, although it could get strong. If you guys been watching, from the swing high here to the swing low, I've been talking about this 95.84, 95.85 range as being resistance. We almost got up there. Now, there is a possibility we still come up, get a nice push up, get everybody super bullish again, hit this area and get rejected, and that be the massive bull trap. Or it could start now. You can see how these, you can see this trap over here. Look at this trap over here, this trap up here. We definitely could be doing the same thing. Like I said, the RSI is pretty high here. Let's take a look at some other areas where we had a big dump. It's just all these areas. If you look at the RSI, they all got to the same point of where we are now before the dump. And like I said, the fear and greed index, we are at 55. Although the greed index has gotten a lot higher at times, But as of right now, around the 56 is where we get our dumps. And as you can see right now in the hourly, we are trying to break the 8 EMA, which is at 9,500. The 13 EMAs after that, about 94.90. And then the 21 EMA, about 94.70. 55 EMA is going to be somewhere around 94. So, yeah. But like I said, expect a possible push up to this 95.84 range. That's 0.786 retracement, guys. We did get rejected again at the golden pocket here. Came back up, blew through it. So keep an eye on this area. If we break above this area, guys, then I'm going to start to look pretty bullish, especially if we break the 9,800. That'll turn me a little bit more bullish. And like I said, a longer term bullish, we have to close the weekly above 97. So we can wick up in these areas, get a trap, and come back down. But a weekly close above 97, I'd get pretty damn bullish. But as of right now, until we break this 95.85 range, I still think there's a high likelihood that this could be a bull trap. Let's look at the RSI. As you can see in the RSI, we look to be in a rising channel. What do rising channels eventually do? Break down. So yeah, that's what I'm looking at here, guys. And also, if you look here, let's zoom in, and this is the hourly, guys, so don't put too much weight on it. But as you can see, we got higher highs in the price here, lower highs on the same peaks in the RSI. That is bearish divergence. So keep that in mind. Let's see what happens. Thanks for tuning in. Don't forget to hit the likes, guys. Leave your comments down below. Hit the CryptoSavy logo above my head to get you subscribed to the channel. Make sure you tick that notification bell and hit all so you get notified when I post videos. Like I said, YouTube isn't doing the best job of it. So the more you guys can smash the likes, the better off it is for the channel. Thanks a lot, and I'm out.